Hey everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a spoiler-free review of The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. And I read this book for my book club, The Space Sirens, and I think we read it in April. And this book has stayed with me. I'm just in awe of Ken Liu as an author. So just to give a little bit of background, I have read The Paper Menagerie and other stories by Ken Liu. I absolutely adored it. It was the best short story collection I have ever read. And this was my first novel by Ken Liu, and he did not disappoint me. So, The Grace of Kings is a silk punk novel. This is a term that was actually coined by Ken Liu to describe a blend of sci-fi and fantasy that's inspired by East Asian antiquity instead of steampunk with Victorian era technology. So it's very interesting, and I love that twist. It was so well done. So in The Grace of Kings, it's set on the islands of Dara, and we follow Kunigaru, who has a beer belly and is kind of just your normal guy. And then we also follow the kind of scary Mada Zindu. And they start off as the best of friends, super close, and then there's a change and they end up on opposite sides in the uprising against the emperor of this world. And things go from there. The emperor is overthrown, and then they find themselves the leaders of different factions, and they have different ideas of how this world should be run, and they have their own ideas of what justice is. One of the things I love about this book is that even though it is the start of a series, it's a contained story. So you could easily stop at this book and be completely satisfied, but there's also a little bit left open to where he can continue on with the series, which I absolutely plan on doing. This is based on Chinese history, specifically the Han Dynasty. It's not necessarily a retelling, it's a reimagining, and it's told in third person omniscient, which I really enjoyed. We zoom in and out with these characters and focus in on things and then back up and then focus in on something else. So you really do have to pay attention when you read this book, but I think it's definitely worth it. So it's 640 pages for the hardcover. And I feel like everything in this book felt so intentional that the book earned its length. There are such fantastic characters in this book, and when we were doing our Space Sirens discussion, we started off, saying I don't really think this is a character-driven book. I feel like it's more plot-driven. But as the conversation was going, we were mainly talking about the characters, which I thought was super fun. So I really feel like you get to know these characters. They're very flawed. They definitely have a lot of nuance. They don't always make the best decisions. And then we have these gods who are manipulating some of the situations, and then you kind of question if the character really would have made that decision if the gods hadn't gotten involved. So I love how kind of puzzly it is and how intricate this world is. It's kind of a slow burn, and the middle dragged a little bit for me, but the ending made everything worth it. It was phenomenal. And it's so good. I love that as we're learning about this world, everything happens organically. It doesn't feel like the author has to use the characters to kind of tell you in an info dumpy way. Because we're in these characters' heads, we see everything through their eyes, so we learn some of the history and the backstories of this world, which is just epic. And the imagery that Ken Liu writes is beautiful, and the descriptions are fantastic without being overly flowery or purple prose. He picks his words very intentionally, and he's got the most, just this amazing talent for these gut-wrenching one-liners that just sit with you, and you just reflect on them, and they stay with you even after finishing the book. Just things like, there's never going to be an end to suffering if he deserves it is all the justification people need for inflicting pain. I refuse to believe in the futility of change because I have seen how the lowly dandelion with time and patience can crack the strongest paving stone. Just such poignant, powerful lines. It's just beautiful. He also explores the different themes, overthrowing of the empire and the aftermath and how that affects different people in different ways. We also look at monogamy and polygamy, and he also addresses sexism, which I really appreciate. And one of my complaints with this book was that there weren't as many female characters, and I wanted there to be more. But I was told that in subsequent books, there are a lot more female characters and they're a lot more represented. So I'm definitely excited for that. We do have Gia in this book. She was my favorite. I love her. She is amazing. And I love that, without getting spoilery, she definitely makes a lot of strides forward for women in this world. So I just can't really say enough good things about this book, and I know I've kind of been jumping all over the place, but it's, to sum it up, it's low fantasy with subtle magic, silk punk, great descriptions, fantastic character development, lots of nuance with our characters, and everything felt intentional. And please go check it out. It's just fantastic, and I am very, very excited to continue on with The Wall of Storms. I am not the best at continuing series, but I had to put off reading the next book because of buddy reads and obligation reads in June, and it has been killing me because I really, really just want to sit down and devour Wall of Storms. So I think that just is a testament to how well written this book is and how much strength he has as an author. So please go check out this book if you haven't already. If you have read it, did you like it? What did you think? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to leave an emoji, leave a dandelion or flower emoji, just to let me know you're here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.